Good evening. Long time no see. For those who don't know me, my name is Kayla Joshua, and what I do is I teach small business owners how to make 100K in 90 days using my platform by financial coaching. Typically, I go live every Thursday night, 7 o'clock Eastern. And for those who are on, if you can hear me, please drop a one or a two in the chat to let me know if you can hear me. I've been having some technical difficulties as far as my microphone goes. I asked my daughter a million times to bring me my microphone, but I don't think she's heard me. So just let me know if you're able to hear me. But the title of the webinar tonight, I'm trying to see if you guys can hear me. The title of the webinar tonight is Building Success and Unlocking It Through Your Side Hustle or Online Business. Having an online business was huge, especially 2020, 2021 during the pandemic. And today it kind of is tapering down. Not as much as it was at first, but it has tapered down because I got a thumbs up. So hopefully you guys can hear me. Okay. It has to taper down because I think people really didn't know how to structure the business correctly. Some people were using it as a side hustle. And there's nothing wrong with that. You know, if you know better, you do better. But just have you ever wondered if your side hustle or online business itself is the key to building long-term wealth? You know, I just wanted to come tonight to ask you guys, have you ever thought about that? Let me see. I think you're saying, oh, hey, Janika, I can't see the comments. Okay, so you can hear me. Cool. And I know for me personally, I never thought about having a side hustle. Um, Went to school, got numerous degrees, and I felt that I was supposed to work for somebody in order to survive. It was this huge debate on the Shade Room the other day. I think his name was DDG. That's Haley's, the Little Mermaid, the Black Little Mermaid, her baby daddy. He basically was saying, let me see here, because I don't want to misquote nobody. He said, your 9 to 5 should only be used to fund your business. And so a lot of people was like, oh, he wrong. Everybody don't need a business. But he was saying that, hey, Miss Kim, I miss you. I hope you got your new phone fixed. He was saying, like, there's nothing wrong with working a 9 to 5. Um, but you shouldn't be thinking like, oh, okay, I want to be here for the rest of my life. I'm going to become wealthy working this 9 to 5. So I kind of get what he was saying, but then again, too, you know, you do need workers as well. You know, everybody can't be a boss. Everybody can't be a business owner. So it's a balance, you know, when it comes to things like that. So I just wanted to say, you know, if you ever thought about having a side hustle or a business, or you wanted to change it to a legitimate business, you know, what can you do to make that business be able to fund your dreams and get you out of the current situation that you are, you know, you may be in. You might be good. You might not want a side hustle. Who knows? But I did want to come and give you at least 5 tips today on some things that you can do to be able to, you know, get away from that corporate ladder if that's something that you might be interested in. But it does start with your mindset, and it does start with a belief system, because a lot of people do have side hustles. Okay, good, good. I want to see that new iPhone. What iPhone number you got? Hopefully it's a 16, Miss Kim. Some people do side hustles, but they don't treat it like a legitimate business. And I always told myself, um just my own testimony, I never wanted a business, and I'm just going to keep it so real. I never wanted to be a business owner. And my first year doing a side hustle, as far as, I'm not going to say a hustle now because now it's a legitimate business, but doing taxes and financial strategies, I said, dang, I made $15,000 in 3 months. So imagine, I remember I used to make 15,000 a year as a single parent. You know, my second year, I made $55,000, I believe it was. I was like, wow, that's crazy. I make 55,000 and I make that all year long working as a caseworker for the state of Nevada. So boom, okay, that was that. So I personally, I know everybody's religious beliefs are different, but I personally made a promise to God and was like, hey, if I can make my current income double, if I can double my income, I will quit my job and this will be a legitimate business. And I wind up doubling my income. And so I had to be a woman of my word. And I wind up quitting my job. It was 10/13/2022, I believe. It's been 2 years now. I ended up quitting my job because I made a personal promise to God that if I can, hey, Cantrella, hey, sis, that if I can make what I made double at home and not physically have to go to work, I'll have to quit. And I did it. And it wasn't easy to step out on faith and do that, not at all. But I was able to do so. I was able to do so. So I am a firm believer in what DDG said that, if you do, you can use your 9 to 5 because you need, it takes money to make money. A lot of people don't do their side hustles or what they want to do because they don't have the funds to fund it. You can't get capital, you can't get loans if you don't have the money. So I get it. So you can, take money from the money you make with your job and use it to fund the dream job you have and fund your dreams. So I get both sides of the coin. So that's a little bit about my story. But even as a business owner, it took time to get to that place where I said, you know what, the same 8 hours a day that I'm giving this job, if I put the same 8 hours into my personal business, I can make that much money plus some. So if you understand what I'm saying and this makes sense to you, definitely just drop some twos in the chat. I want to make sure I'm not talking to myself. But it's hard to do that when you don't have any examples or anybody else to show you that it can be done. That's where mentorship comes in at. That's where mindset comes in at. And you see, like, okay, this 9 to 5 can actually fund my dreams. Because, Auntie, I asked you, I was calling you, I needed my microphone, but I fixed it now for the live. All right. So I want to touch on that. So one of the first steps is finding the right side hustle or finding the right online business. So evaluate your skills, your passions, evaluate what you think is best for you and use that to come up with things that you'll be able to monetize. If you like to cook, start selling dinners. If you like to do hair, start making it, a hair business. Come up with you a logo, anything like that. So find out what you personally like and find a way to monetize this online business. Like the internet is free marketing. They didn't have social media back in the day. You can market on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. It's so many ways you can put yourself out there and reach so many different people without you even having to leave the house. If you're an introvert like me, that's perfect, because you can still get your message out there and you're going to reach whoever you're meant to reach. Your business is not going to blow up overnight, but the first thing out of the 5 steps is find out what you like to do. Evaluate your own personal skills, your passion, and find out, is there a demand in the market for that, and be able to find a way to monetize that. The second tip would be to set clear goals. So define your financial objectives. So you want a short-term goal and a long-term goal. Yesterday, me and some of my business partners went live and we were talking about our vision board. That's always a good thing to do at the beginning of the year, but why put off today, put off tomorrow what you can do today. Yes, I'm an introvert, Miss Kim. I don't like really going nowhere. I really don't like, speaking that much, but I do like to help people and I do like to help the community. So that's why I do what I do. But find out what your goals are in life, and even the short-term goal or a long-term goal, and use that to kind of push you and push your business, push your side hustle. My goal was to my goal this year was to make 500K using my three main businesses. You're supposed to have multiple streams of income. So hold on, don't be taking that food upstairs. Okay, that is taxes, credit, and life insurance. I did increase my knowledge in the life insurance industry, so I am proud of myself on that aspect. I do feel like I have a ways to go, but you have to, write your vision and make it plain. I know we all have phones and this and that and the other now, but using that's the word. You have to, sometimes you have to write it down in order to see it, to know where your goals is. I haven't looked at my vision board since the beginning of this year, so of course I'm not focused on my vision if you're not seeing it every day. The third step would be to monetize your expertise and scale it. So whatever you did, and that's kind of talked about that in the first step. Whatever you do, whether it's freelancing, you know how to make a digital product, anything, whatever you know how to do, find other ways to scale it and make money off of that business. So if you're great at teaching people how to set up a trust, write it down. Excuse me, write it down, put it in like an ebook or something, and then sell that. Because some people just want to read stuff and do it for themselves. So it's more than what How does the saying go? It's more than five ways or numerous ways to skin a cat. You can get paid to do taxes, but you can also get paid to teach people how to do taxes. You can get paid to write down your step-by-step process on how to be a business owner. So that one business can generate 6 or 7 different forms of income. So that's step number or tip number 3, as far as things that you can do to make more money at the side hustle. So number 4 would be to manage your income and expenses wisely. So focus on, basically, of course, separating your personal expenses from your business expenses, etc. And make sure you're growing as a real legit business. You can't be commingling funds. You need a personal income here for the business income for personal, swiping it at McDonald's, etc. You are your own boss. You want to treat your business like it's a legitimate business, because when you come to me to get your taxes done and your stuff all over the place, I'm going to send you to somebody else because I can't do it. So use that same energy you give into that you get to your 9 to 5 because you're scared to get fired. Put that same energy into your business, and I'm sure you'll be able, because you can't grow something that you can't measure. You're not going to be able to measure how much money you make or measure how much money you spend if your business isn't structured correctly. So, if you are looking for bookkeeping or anything like that, definitely reach out, because we have a team of people that, does that with our company. I personally don't, but I could definitely lead you in the right direction. And that's step number 4 in the 5 ways or how to grow your side hustle. And the 5th step would be leverage. Like I said, leverage technology. We kind of tapped on it earlier, but using digital tools like social media, um, automation and marketing, etc., to grow your business. So you could be a million eyes on you and you be in one space. So there's no excuse, because there's so many platforms out there. Now, eventually, you'll grow your business, you'll pay for ads and things like that. But I wouldn't pay for anything into can you do bookkeeping and tax preparation? Absolutely. Yes. Now, I personally won't do your bookkeeping and tax preparation. I'll do your tax preparation, but I'll send you to one of my business partners for the bookkeeping. But you can do both. I have a lot of business partners who do both. Let me see here. But using social media and technology and marketing to grow your business. So, I just want to say, like, what steps are you going to take today after this to find ways to grow your business? Or do you even want a side hustle or an online business. I'm telling you that extra additional income, it comes in handy. It comes in handy. Shirley Chisholm, she stated, "You make what did she? How did she word it? You make progress by implementing ideas. So you're not gonna make any progress or go anywhere in life if you don't implement the things that you currently have in your mind." You know, it's a lot of people who don't have the same mental capacity as others. So if you are, knowledgeable enough to be able to sit down and take the information that's in your head and put it down on paper, use it. Because that's a blessing. Everybody don't have the same mental capacity as everybody else. I think a lot of times we take for granted the things that we have and we don't utilize those tools that God has blessed us with, because we think that everybody has the same tools, but common sense ain't common. I repeat, common sense ain't, and I said, yes, I said ain't, common sense ain't common. So if you have a dream and you have a vision, sit down and get it out your mind and take it and figure out a way to use it to make your money grow, make your money make sense for you. Sometimes choosing a side hustle is easy for some and it's hard for others. I didn't choose the financial industry. I chose criminal justice because I saw a lot of injustice. Sorry, my nose itching. I saw a lot of injustice in my community growing up, in the lower socioeconomic community. And I saw a lot of people going to jail for selling drugs. I saw a lot of people going to jail for domestic violence and things like that. So I wanted to be an attorney. So that's why I got my degree in criminal justice and my master's in social work. But I worked in banking for 15 years. So God has a funny way of putting you in certain positions, because I use that same tools and knowledge that I learned from helping people when they used to come in the bank. And now I'm using it to help people better their financial situation so they don't have to commit crimes, so they can make money legally. So you see how that kind of worked out? I had no intention of ever being a business owner. That's why I had got this degree, this degree, this degree. Even my minor and my associates is in juvenile justice. Okay. I just knew I was going to be a probation officer or a lawyer. But I wound up working in a financial institution, and I saw the big disparity when I saw people that looked like me that didn't have a lot of money, and they always were broken in a negative, and people who didn't look like me have a lot of money and they have perfect credit. So I'm like, what is the difference? And it's because we weren't taught these things. So instead of taking, even though I got the degrees in, criminal justice and social work, etc., I'm still out helping the community by teaching them that it's a better way to budget your income. It's a better way to be more financially stable, so you don't have to rob Peter and pay Paul and be in a situation where you set up and you going to jail. Because then who's going to take care of your kids? Who's going to take care of your family? So, sometimes you think your journey might be one thing and it's meant to be something completely different. But until you really take the time out and really put pen to paper, you really don't know what God has in store for you. And be clear. Be clear on your goals. Don't be vague. If you want to make 6 figures your first year, okay, I want to make 10,000 or 6,000 this month. These are my expenses. This is what I want to do, and this is how I'm gonna do it. And break it down. You should have quarterly goals, monthly goals, until you get to where you want to be. So that way you can measure it and see exactly where you want to be and how you're gonna get there. You can't be in the blind trying to get to 100K with no vision. I started off with no vision, but that's because I didn't know the direction that was in place for me and what was ahead of me. I was just doing something just to make some additional income, but it wound up changing my life. So that's huge. So I'm pretty sure only you know what it is that you should be doing and how you should be doing it. The best thing about it is You just have to think about it, write it down, pray on it, and take it from there. And use all of these free tools they have to market to business. And when I say free, I mean free. And you can use, like DDG said, the young man on who made the comment the other day on the Shade Room. You can use your 9 to 5 to fund your dream, and it's a tax write-off. It's a tax write-off. You don't get tax write-offs unless you have a business. That's the way the United States is set up. It's set up to put money in the pocket of business owners. So now you're knocking two birds out with one stone. You have a regular job and you have a side hustle that you can use to write off your expenses that you have to pay for anyway. You have to pay your rent or your mortgage. You have to pay lights. You need lights to run your business. You need a cell phone to run your business. You need internet to run your business. So now you get a 2-for-1. You get to fund your dream and use your job to do it and bring down your tax liability. And that's something they're not going to teach you in school. They're not going to teach you that in school. You losing money just working just a 9 to 5 by itself. So, if you do watch the replay, definitely, if you interested in some type of additional income, just let me know, whether it's taxes, life insurance, credit restoration, whatever it may be, or it's something that's totally out of the box of financial literacy. Is something that you do. You have a physical, tangible item. Schedule a consultation. Let me know so we can sit down and brainstorm together, because at the end of the day, we are responsible for our brothers and sisters and getting out of this current situation. Because what's going on right now with politics, and they running out of tissue and toilet paper and everything, you might want to consider some additional income, and especially if it's a digital online business, so that way you save on having the overhead. And then last but not least, create an action plan. So, write down if you want to do ads you want to pay for, you want to boost a social media post, how you're going to reply to people, are you going to set up some type of automation? So once you put that business down in place, write it down and say exactly how you want to implement this side hustle in this business. And then we take it from there. All right, well, my time is officially up, and I do thank you guys for those who did hop on. If you know anybody who's looking for any of my products and services, they can definitely reach out to me at joinkayla.com and schedule a consultation. Or if you're interested, like I said, in additional income or a side hustle, you can contact me as well. And then we'll just take it from there, whatever it may be. Even if I'm not an expert in that area, I can try to refer you to somebody who can, and then you can get started and get on the right foot, okay? Because it's enough money for everybody. You said a strike ends for now? Oh, it ended? I hope so, because they took everything out of the stores. People are going crazy buying up stuff. And then they say Amazon trying to go on strike. Whew, it's a mess, a whole hot mess right now. And every time it's a year when they getting ready to vote, it make it even worse. It's just hell in a handbasket. So praying for everybody, because I know, times are hard right now. And like I said, if you have any questions, inbox me or give me a call. We can set up a consultation. All right, good night.